Hey, I'm Karen. Welcome to 45 Minutes of Pilates. I'm so glad you're here and have taken this time out today to do this, to work your core, to get more flexible, to work on your balance, good posture, all those things that are good for back health and everything else. Our core strength can make any athlete a better athlete, whether you are a professional athlete or a weekend warrior or just getting into exercise. So you'll need a mat today. You'll also need one small weight. So mine's a 3-pound weight, somewhere between 1 to 5 pounds, an unopened water bottle, jar of peanut butter that's not open, something like that will work. But the other thing we're using is a bender ball. So this is just one of those soft, small balls. You can also use a small pillow. So if you don't have a bender ball, no worries. So, all right, let's get started. This is a Zoom class that I videoed a little while ago. So when I'm facing the camera and I say left or right, just keep in mind that either do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. But either way, I want you to shut everything off, turn your phone on silent, focus on you. Make this about you over the next 45 minutes, okay? Here we go. Welcome to Pilates. I have got a bender ball and a small weight. So this bender ball, if you're at home, you can use a small pillow. There's things you can do without it as well, but if you have a small pillow, that's probably the best substitute for this. And my weight is 3 pounds, so feel free to use that. Let's roll our shoulders back. All the way up and around, and just keep in mind, we are all at different fitness levels. And I want you to take things at your pace. Enjoy class today, strengthening that core. Take that left arm up and reach. Think about rib cage away from that hip bone. And let's take that left arm across, but let's make sure shoulders are relaxed. And now we're gonna walk our hands down our right leg and just take the nose gently towards that right knee. And then reach that right arm up, roll the shoulder open. Good, holding on to those elbows, just gently rocking from side to side. Test, test. There we go. I think that'll be able to hear me better. Now let's roll up slowly. And let's roll those shoulders away from the ears a couple times. Good, take that right arm up. Lift the rib cage. And with shoulders relaxed, that right arm comes across, look over your shoulder. Exhale, we're gonna walk our hands down that left leg. Gently nose towards that left knee. And left arm up, look up to the ceiling. Good, and hold on to those elbows. Let's just gently walk from side to side. Good, let's exhale, roll ourselves up. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Let's take those toes and point them out. Engage your abdominals, just do some plie squats to warm our body up. I don't know about you guys who are joining us virtually, but it's a little chilly in this room. I'm gonna make sure you get warmed up a little bit. So toes are pointed out to incorporate those inner thighs. What a beautiful thing to see this room with people in it. All right, let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Now all we're gonna do, continue to do this, but take turns lifting one leg and then the other. Good, so we're gonna pause for a second on each side. And if lifting that leg doesn't feel right for you, just feel free to do those plie squats that we started out with. And we're gonna keep those feet far away from each other. So your obliques and your outer thigh have to work harder when those legs are farther apart. Let's try 8 more. And 7, 6, and 5, 4 more, and 3, 2 more, and 1. All right, before we move forward, let's do 2 Pilates scoops to practice. So inhale through that nose. Exhale like a scoop pulls the belly button towards the spine, lifts it up. A zipper below the belly button to the rib cage is another way to think about it. So we are going to come to the back of your mat. And you don't need any toys yet. You can put them to the side. So let's go ahead and walk those hands down our legs and walk our hands out so you're in a plank. Wrists below the shoulders, lift the abs up. 2 push-ups, whether those knees are on the mat or not, and try to hug the sides. Good, walk those hands back again. And now let's lift our right toes up to the ceiling. So your left knee can be bent, it's up to you. You're gonna bring your nose towards that left knee and see how high those right toes can reach. Now I want you to work on your balance by trying to stand up on that left leg. We're all gonna wobble a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna bring our hands to our hips, right knee up, and toes up twice. 1 and 2. Now let's take those hands back down, engage your abdominals, fingertips down, chin in your chest. Nose towards the knee, right toes reach, left leg as high as, as straight as possible. Right foot down, let's walk our hands out. Let's come to those forearms, engage your abs. Now knees down or not, right fingertips tap in front of you. Left fingertips tap. Right fingertips tap. And left, lift those abs up one more time on each. Reach as far as you can. And left, now knees apart, big toes together, breathe and sit it back. And give me a nice cat-cow stretch, glancing up to the ceiling. Good job. Let's come to that upper push-up position again. Abs lifted, I want you to make sure do this at your pace. If you need to leave something out from this combination, you can. So hands walk back after 2 push-ups. And now chin stays in the chest. Let's lift our left toes up. Remember, we're all doing the best that we can. Nose towards that right knee, left toes reach. How straight can you take the right knee? It's up to you. Let's do our best to stand up on that right leg. If you need to put the left foot on the ground, that's okay. So zipped up through the middle, left knee up twice. Let's lift those toes all the way up. Hold for a second. And then very slowly, abs are engaged, fingertips come down. Keep breathing, chin in your chest. Nose towards that right knee. How straight can you take the right leg? How high can you lift the left toes? And now feet together, we're gonna walk those hands out. We're gonna come down to our forearms. This time we're gonna tap our toes to the side. So straight leg, how far can you take it? And then left, without kicking the water bottle. And right, and left. Hips at neutral best you can, and shoulders, let's push them away from the ears. Hold that plank for a second. 4, 3, 2, and good. Knees apart, big toes together, sit back and breathe. This is a good resting point anytime you need it. Nice cat-cow stretch. Good. And wrists below the shoulders. Let's do those push-ups again. Abs stay lifted as you come down for the push-up. Not natural for the body. We are teaching those muscles to do what they don't quite do naturally. Walk those hands back. We've got right toes up again. So chin in the chest, nose to the left knee. How high can you reach those right toes? Strong left thigh is going to lift you up. Just the best that you can. Wobble a little bit, that's okay. Allow yourself to not be perfect, because we aren't. We're wearing a mask if we think we are. One more time, right toes. Good, now zip up through the abs, slowly come down. Chin in the chest, nose towards that left knee, and left leg as straight as possible, right toes up. Exhale, this time stay right here with feet together and hold on to your calves or somewhere around the legs. You could cross your forearms and hold your opposite calf if you want to. Straightening the legs best you can. towards the knees. Release, let's walk it out. One more time, wrists below the shoulders, zip up through your center, 2 awesome push-ups. Hugging the sides, if you can, and walk those hands back out. So left toes are gonna reach. Nose towards your right knee. Your right leg is just as straight as you can. Left toes reach. We are all different. Feel free to be different. Right leg is going to be strong, lifting us up. We're going to wobble, but that's okay. Shoulders down, left toes just lift and hold for a second, twice. Good. Stay zipped up through the center. Fingertips come down. Chin in the chest. Nose towards that right knee. See how straight you can get the right leg, how high you can lift those left toes. Exhale, feet together. Let's stay here for a second and hug our thighs. You could also hold onto the calves if it feels better. So you're holding your opposite elbow, straightening the legs the best that you can, giving those thighs a hug. Exhale, release, and walk those hands out. Good, let's come down to the forearms. Now we're going to do a combination of tapping the fingers and the toes this time. So right fingers, left fingers. Right leg out to the side, just as far as you can, and left. Good, right fingers, and left fingers. And right toes or your shoulders pushed away from the ears, and head at neutral. One more time, right fingers, left. Right toes and left. Can you just hold this for 8 this time? 7. 6, knees to the mat when you need to. 3, 2, awesome. Knees apart, big toes together. Rest your forehead, take a breath. Give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. Glance up to the ceiling. Awesome. All right, we're gonna have a seat at the front of the mat. Get water when you need to. And we're gonna put the ball between our knees. So if you've got, if you're at home, a small pillow can be between those knees, okay? So we are gonna try to not shrug our shoulders as we lean back. We're gonna try to keep that open chest as we lean back. Grab that weight. Let's zip up through the middle. Again, keeping those shoulders relaxed. Just lean back, squeeze the knees, release as you come up. So ideally, you're not coming all the way up each time, only when that back needs a break. And we're keeping those shoulders down, squeezing those knees as you lean back. Let's look to our left. Squeeze the knees. Look to your right. So the whole time, especially as you exhale and lean back, that's when you want to think about pulling that belly button towards the spine. And shoulders stay down. Let's do 8 more. Good, 7. Very strong. 6, how are we doing, everybody? Great? 5, lie to me, come on. 4 more, that's a good thing. 3 more. Hopefully those muscles are shaking. 2 more. And 1 more, awesome. All right, let's put these to the side. Bring your feet together, but farther away from the body. Don't throw that at me, Jen. Come on. Hands towards the toes, chest sinks down. Take a breath. Now let's go ahead and grab the bender ball and take those legs about the width of the mat apart. We're gonna roll the ball between our feet, flex our feet, and just bend those elbows. So we're gonna put shoulder blades in our back pockets, roll down slow. Ready, set. Abs are engaged. All right, we're gonna lift up, scooping in through the middle, and we're gonna twist. I'm gonna reach for my opposite toes. My back arm is up at shoulder height, if possible, or as close to it as you can. And we're gonna alternate sides. You wanna be really controlled on the way up and down to make sure that you're not gonna just pull a back muscle or hurt yourself. In fact, if coming up from the mat's too much, just stop halfway. Don't come all the way down. And then come up. Strong through that middle. Exhale. Twist and look over that shoulder. Good. Remember, if you don't touch the toes with the ball, that's okay. We're just reaching towards them. Nice and strong. And twist. Good, shoulder blades in those back pockets. We've got somewhat of a smile or a grimace. Exhale, come on up. All right, so we're gonna continue to do this, but if you want to lift the leg up to meet that ball, you can. If you're doing that, the arm just comes to the side, so you're looking over this shoulder. But make sure that not only lifting from the upper body, but that leg lifting, that is initiated by engaging the middle. Good. Slow and controlled movements. At any point you want to just keep the foot on the ground, please do that. We're going to try 4 more best you can from the middle, not flinging from the neck or the head. Good, strong through the middle. This is 3. Beautiful job. Good, 2 more, strong. 1 more time. Exhale. Very good. Put the ball down, let's hug our knees. Yeah, thank you. Let's rock side to side massage and go back for a second. Now let's hug the knees tight, pull our shoulders down, look in one direction. Feel good on the neck. Gently look in the other direction, stretching the neck. Good. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab the ball as well as the weight. If you've got the pillow, you can put the pillow between those calves. So right around the meaty part of your calves. So either the pillow or the bender ball. And my knees are slightly bent. My head's going to stay on the ground. So what I'm going to do is take my legs one way, the arms the other, look towards the arms, and then slowly come up and go to the other side. So the straighter those legs, the harder this is going to be. The lower the legs are to the ground, the harder this is going to be. So you decide where you're at. Remembering this should be about you. Make this whole time you're in this class, 45 minutes. Make this about you. You're allowed to be selfish for this 45 minutes. Very few things outside of this can be just about you. Now everybody picture your middle. Is that belly button pulled towards the spine. We're going to do 8 more. Very slow and controlled. Good, 7. When you need a break, you're going to take it. Good, this is 6. Breathe. Good, 5. Nice and strong. Good, 4 more. Exhale, slowly lifting, don't rush. How many more, guys?
3.
Oh, yes. 2 more, belly button pulled to the spine, breathe. 1 more, strong. And awesome. All right, let's put the toys down. Don't drop the weight. Don't throw the ball at anybody. Exhale, hug those knees in tight. And then let's bring the feet farther apart than the hips. Touch our heels, we'll come close. lift up into your bridge. So when our hip flexors get tight, our abs don't have to do as much and our back will hurt. So let's not do that. Let's lower down one vertebra at a time. And let's roll onto our left side. You're gonna grab the ball, or at least have it close, but we're gonna actually use the weight first, okay? So we're gonna come up onto our left forearm. Left knee can be on the mat. That would be a modification, okay? When you wanna completely rest, come all the way down. So let's zip up through that middle. Let's take the right arm and press it straight up and then scoop underneath. Good. Now hold it up this time. You wanna lift the right leg, you can, that's optional. And then scoop. I know, what in the world am I doing here? Right leg only if you want. This is your class. Don't worry about it.
I have to have something touching it.
Yes. No levitating. And scoop. Let's all try 3 more, best we can. Good. We're going to try 2 more. Woo. Who else is shaking? Yep. 1 more time, you guys. Awesome. Let's come down. We're going to keep our feet on our right side. See how my left foot's going to rest against my right thigh. I'm going to take this left arm and reach. And then I'm going to inhale and look over my right shoulder. Gentle twist. Good. All right, let's come down. This time we'll be using the bender ball as a pillow at first. No falling asleep. Obviously your little pillow at home could be your pillow. All right. So we're going to engage the middle. We're going to bend this left knee at first and do little tiny circles to the front. I want you to rest your head completely so there's no tension in the neck. Small little circles. 4, 3, 2. Let's circle back. Now, is your middle engaged? Right fingertips are just barely on the ground. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to put the bender ball in my right hand. My left arm is out. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to crunch and I'm going to reach. Good. Right side of the rib cage to the hip bone. Watch what I could do. I could bring both legs up, just an option. As you lift up, right side of the rib cage to the hip bone. 6 more. And 5. Abs are strong. 4. Great job. 3. Not from the neck, from the waist. 2 more. 1 more. Now reach for the feet. Straight legs. 8. 7. Bottom leg could be rested as a modification. 3, 2. Hand the ball off. It's your pillow again. Left leg in front. Big scissor. I want you to lift. 8, 7, 6. Zipped up through the center, right? 3, 2. Now 3 scissors to switch. Just 3, 2. Now the right leg is in front. Right fingertips barely on the mat. 8, 7, 6. How many?
5.
Everybody. 3, 2. All we're doing is pulsing one more time. Right hand has the ball, left arm out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and awesome. Rest your head and take a breath. Bend those knees. Now we're going to sit up. Come to that same position with the feet on the right side. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to look past our fingertips and bring our palms down. Let's try to keep our weight evenly distributed. Walk your hands out, chin in the chest. Deep breath into where you're feeling the tightest. Now wind around to your right. Your chest is still down. Just look over that right shoulder. Good. Now we're going to bring the left hand down, the left knee down. Right arm just droops over the ear. Allow that side to stretch. Good job. Up on those hands and knees. Let's arch up and do a nice cat stretch. Glance to the ceiling. And now your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Right leg extends. And left arm out. So real important to stay zipped up through that center and heads at neutral, so not straight up or down. Elbow and knee underneath. Reach long, look over your left shoulder, tap the toe if you can, or just come close. So we're bending that knee. Slow movements, remembering that some of the good stuff, some of the awesome core work happens in between these movements, so don't rush through. Reach long down the middle, but we're not shrugging those shoulders. Lifting the belly button up towards the spine and pausing for that second to reach long. One more time, guys. Option this time to grab the foot for a stretch. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to. We can lift the toes up. We can lift ourselves out of that right shoulder and take the right foot, push it away from you. Good, reach down the middle. Hand and knee down, good job. Hips to the right, right hand on top of the left. Good, and untwist. So come up to your knees. Take a second to take care of that right shoulder we were just on. So right fingertips point down, very gently pull them back. And then your right thumb leads to bring the arm up. Flip it so your right pinky leads to reach as far back as you can. Good range of motion. Now right pinky leads in the back, and you can't come any farther, just flip it. Good job. All right, guys, let's lie on the right side. Remembering that we're going to use that weight first. You're going to be up on that right forearm. Your right hip comes down when you need to rest. But if you can either just have the right knee or both legs straight. Zip up through that center. Let's push that left arm straight up. And let's scoop. Remember your option if you want to. And it might feel different on this side to lift that leg. We all have one side that a little bit better balance, a little bit stronger. That's why it's so good to work one side at a time sometimes. We're fluidly breathing the whole time and not holding our breath, correct? Right? Yes. Slowly, about 3 more times. Good, 2 more times. Belly button pulled to the spine. Don't be afraid to rest when your body needs it. 1 more, you guys. Woo. Awesome. All right. Weight down, don't drop it. Hip down. Keep the feet on your left. Right arm up. Good, deep breath in. And let's twist, look over that left shoulder. Go ahead and twist to the other side. And exhale. All right. Bender ball is your pillow. Or your pillow is your pillow. You're going to kind of wrap that right arm around it. Your bottom knee stays slightly bent at first. Completely rest your neck. Zip up through the center, left fingertips barely on the ground. Little circles. So my toe is not completely pointed real hard. I don't want you to get a foot cramp, but it is slightly pointed. Now we're zipped up through that center. 2, now back. Little tiny circles. 4, 3, good. 2, 1. Hand that ball off. Right arm comes out. And let's crunch and reach. Feel free to lift both knees or keep that right leg on the ground, your choice. Big time focus on not moving from the neck. Left side of the rib cage to that hip bone. And scoop the belly button away from the spine, or towards the spine, excuse me, away from the front of your shirt. 6,
Good. 5. Help me count. Yes. Good. 3. Very strong. 2. And 1. Reach for the feet. 8. That right leg can rest if it needs to. 6. Not from the neck. 3, 2. Awesome. Rest your head. Right leg in front. Zip up through the center. Left fingertips down. 8, 7. Rest the head so the neck doesn't get tensed up. Now 3 scissors to switch. 3, 2. Left leg in front, still zipped up through that center. 7, 6. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those legs together and pulse, please. 8, 7, 6. Whew. 5. Left side of the obliques really working. And awesome. Bend those knees. Take a breath. Good job. So that bender ball goes down. We're going to keep the feet on the left again. Right foot is rested against the thigh. Deep breath. Exhale, look past your fingertips, chin down. Let's try to not lean one way or the other. The weight is evenly distributed. Feel free to come down if you want to. Deep breath into hips or back or where you're feeling the tightest. Dissolve. Let's wind around a little bit to the left. Chest is still down. Look over your left shoulder. Good. Untwist. Come on up. That right hand is going to rest on the mat. Right knee on the mat. And that left arm just droops over the ear. Good job. Nice left side stretch. And you're up on hands and knees. Cat-cow stretch. And good. So this time, left wrist directly under the shoulder. Left leg extends. Zip up through that center right arm. Please remember your head is at neutral, not looking straight up or straight down. Elbow and knee under. Staying zipped up through the center, reach. Look over your right shoulder. Tap that toe. Slow movements. Reach long in the middle. Don't miss the good stuff that happens as we transition from one position to the other. Good. Are the abs lifted up towards the spine? Shoulders are pressed away from those ears. Not holding our breath at any point. Last 2. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth if possible. One more time, you guys. Grab the foot if you want to. Let's lift those left toes up. Lift out of your left shoulder. Push the top of the foot away from you. And reach down the middle. Hand and knee down. Good. Hips left. Left hand on top of the right. And untwist. So let's come up to those knees. Take a second to take care of your left wrist and shoulder. Left fingertips point down, gently pull them back. And now the left thumb leads to lift the arm up. Flip it around so your pinky leads. Reach as far as you can. It shouldn't hurt, so don't go that far. And then left pinky up in the back. Flip it when you can't go any farther. Good job. Shoulders back. And let's go ahead and take our knees apart, big toes together. Let's look up to our right first and rotate the wrist. And then right hand palm up, threads that needle, rest on the right side of the face. Left fingertips walk to the front. And left hand at the low back. Let your shoulders just flop. Wiggle your fingers. You're allowing the right ear and cheek to sink towards the mat. Untwist slowly. And now we look up to our left. Rotate the wrist. Left hand palm up, threads that needle. Rest on the left side of the face, right fingertips. Walk to the front. Exhale, right hand up the low back. Allow your shoulders just to slump. And slowly untwist. Good. And grab a sip of water. Have a seat at the front of your mat again. And we'll go ahead and use the weight as well as the bender ball. So we'll want to make sure we've got room behind us to roll back. We're going to wedge the bender ball right underneath the tailbone and towards the low back. All right? So you can do the same thing with the pillow if you're at home. I want you to relax those shoulders. So as we lift the weight, we're going to lift our right leg and lean back and left. Now, think about shoulder blades pressed into the back pockets. Now, can you look over the leg that you're extending? And switch. So lean back, scoop that belly button in. Good, look over that shoulder. Now let's do a scooping motion this time. Zip up through the center, do that scooping motion. Last 8, excellent. And 7. Nice Pilates scoop. 6. That zipper is right below the belly button, pulls up to the rib cage. Good. Leaning back. 4. 3, we're not shrugging those shoulders. One more time. Awesome. All right, let's put these things down so you could use them towards the end. Let's cross our right leg in front and just walk our fingertips out. Chin in the chest. Allow the back to release. And then switch. Left leg in front, inch those fingertips out, chin in the chest. All right, so we're gonna do the crucifix, so you know that that can't be easy, right? So I'm gonna show you some options, all right? So you can start with those feet off the mat, zipped up. You're gonna come straight out here. Your option is to bring those knees in or just bring one knee in at a time, okay? If it feels okay for your back to come all the way up and then come out, all right? Options. Zip up through that center, here we go. So, and slowly out. Everything comes all the way to the mat and all the way up. Slow and controlled. Don't feel like you have to rush, because as we rush, we're gonna be flinging with the neck and the arms, but I want that zipper. Think about the zipper starting right below the belly button when you're laying down. And as you come up, zipped up through the center, and we're not shrugging those shoulders. Just 6 more. Good job, you guys. Breathe. And 5. Good. Woo. Feel it? 4. Looking great. 3 more. Listen to your back. Modify when you need to. Good job. 2 more, guys. And down. Good. 1 more time. Hold it here. Hold it here. Now rest your feet for a second. Shoulders down. Let's take those arms up, but if you have to take them down, you can. All right, let's lift the right leg. Let's lift the left leg. Now shoulders down. Lift both and hold. 8. 7, how many? 5, 4, pull that belly button in, come on back. Woo. Hug your knees. Breathe. All right, you guys. One last exercise, and then the rest is stretch. So we're going to take those fingertips behind the head. We're going to zip up through the center. Bicycle, but we're going to add a reach. So as you extend one leg, I want you to twist towards the bent knee and then lift to the toes. Switch, twist towards the bent knee and reach. Now, the key here is to not pull on that head and neck. And like when I'm reaching with my left arm, feel how the left side of the rib cage lifts up that little bit higher as you extend the leg. Now look, if you want to, you could put one foot on the ground. I'm modifying here. All right, so I could put one foot on the ground and not have to have both legs up at the same time. Zip up to the center. How high can you lift? Last 8. Keep breathing. 7. Good job. 6. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. I'm going to do a little cross flutter kick here at the end. Rest your head. Now, little tiny crosses. So, legs could stay down close to the mat where it's harder. They could raise up and then come down. They could stay up. Remember, it's up to you. The lower you take those legs, the harder it's going to feel for your abs. When your abs give out, what hurts usually? The low back. You don't want that. All right. About 15 seconds. Shoulder and neck is relaxed. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and feet together. Arms out to the side. Just let the knees relax out. Just going to turn the lights off so they're not in your eyes here at the end. So everybody let that belly lift and lower as you breathe. Letting the knees just fall heavy to the ground. Relax the hip flexors, the inner thighs, and the groin. Now all I want you to do is to lift those feet up, and you're going to grab either your ankles or wrap your hands around your feet. Pull your heels down, press the knees apart. Everybody bring your shoulders down towards the mat. Deep breath. And then let's just turn this into happy baby from yoga. So you're either holding ankles or feet and the soles of the feet face the ceiling. And as you press the knees slightly apart, we're gonna rock from side to side. And those knees are coming down towards the rib cage. Pause on each side for just a second. Now let's place the left leg flat on the mat. Grab your right foot with both hands, the knees out to the side. The foot's up slightly. We're going to pull it just towards the middle of the chest. Deep breath. Now we're going to hug that right knee in with shoulders down and rotate your foot in both directions. And a spinal twist, that left hand brings that knee across the body. Look to your right. Keep your right shoulder pressed to the mat. That left hand is gently pulling that knee in a diagonal. And slowly untwist. Let's do a bridge before we move on. Walk your heels towards your fingertips. The feet are wide. Hips press up to the ceiling. See your belly breathing here. Inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, the belly deflates. Let's lower down one vertebra at a time. Good. Let's pull the left foot in and extend the right leg flat on the mat. Lift that left heel up a little bit, gently, foot towards the middle of your chest. Let's release and hug the left knee in, shoulders down, rotating that foot both directions. And now right hand's going to bring that knee across. Let's look over that left arm like a bird's wing. Left shoulder stays to the mat. Right fingertips gently pull the knee in a diagonal away from that left shoulder. And exhale. Leave the arms straight out to the sides, feet wide. Let's windshield wiper those knees. So take them over to one side. The reason you want your feet wide is you're going to get a better hip stretch by being able to push that back knee down. So for instance, if my knees are shifted right, my left knee is pressing down to the mat for that hip stretch. 2 more. 1 more time. Good, now let's walk those heels towards our fingertips. Do 1 more bridge. So important to stretch those hip flexors. When they get tight, that back can hurt. We don't want that. Lower down one vertebra at a time. All right, guys, let's engage our middle. Come on up to a sitting position. And just sit in a comfortable sitting position. Doesn't matter what leg is in front. Deep breath in, reach. And let's look over that right shoulder. Shoulders down, gentle twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Good. Deep breath in, reaching the arms up. And exhale. Give yourself a hug and a pat on the back. Thanks for coming, guys. High five.